Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sarah and I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I'd like to pick up new skills and help make it nice and easy for other people to learn. Today we are making pizza. So this is Tipo 00 flour, which is just a very fine flour. The recipe is on screen. 655 grams of white unbleached double Tipo flour, 45 grams of whole wheat flour, 98 to 110. I normally do about 98 to 100 sourdough, 14 grams of salt, and 490 grams of water. Here I am mixing it up, just so you can see what I do to make the pizza dough. This was an amazing gift. I made 26 pizza dough balls and I gave it to my friends during Christmas and they loved it. So if you want to make this, this is how we do it. Mix everything in one bowl. I used warm water here. Also, if you want to learn how to make a sourdough starter, it is also on the channel. You can start on day one, sourdough starter. So I kind of sped that up. This is what it'll look like when it is all incorporated. And we're going to leave it for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, we are going to take our dough out and beat it on a countertop or wood block. I just incorporated it into the center a little bit just to get it a little bit more pliable. It rested for 30 minutes, so it gets a little bit better every 30 minutes when you rest it. I'm going to take it out of the bowl. I wet my hands so that it doesn't stick to me like venom. And here I am beating it. So this is, I tried to slow it down just so you can kind of get a good feel for it. So back to the beating, I do it for about 6 to 8 minutes. I beat it and it just helps it get a really good consistency. It makes it a lot more pizza dough looking as it goes. So up to 8 minutes, you'll feel it. It'll be very sticky for a little bit and then it'll get less sticky. I do 2 more kind of fold to the centers. And then this is the next day after 12 hours in the fridge. So it is very cold, but you can see how it's changed a lot. So it's a little sticky. So I just pick it up, throw it on the counter, and I'm going to cut it up into 3 pieces. So I'm going to put them in these little pizza dough holders and allow them to rise so that I'll be able to make this later today. So I eyeball them. You can also measure them. So I had it pretty good. I think I had 433 on 2 of them, and then the one was like 419. So I took a little chunk off one and then put it on the other. So just another option. You can weigh it. So yeah, 434 approximately. So this one had a little bit less, so I took from the other 2 and put it into this one. And it worked out really well. And it's totally fine to kind of like smash it at this stage because it is going to rise during the day. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Shove it in there and then you can wrap it into a ball after. So that's what I'm doing here. I put a little bit of oil on it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. The oil just makes it a little bit more pliable and a little less sticky. But you don't have to. You can just wet your hands and kind of roll it into itself. Put a little bit of oil. This is my container. It won't really stick to the container too bad. So I rub it on my hands, give all of them a little pat. And then I kind of fold it into itself. Kind of make it into a nice little ball. If you want to do the Italian way, you almost make it into a balloon shape with like a little balloon bottom part where it comes to a kind of a center, spin it around. I don't think it makes a difference. So same thing, pulling it into itself. This is what I mean by the little balloon shape, pulling it kind of into a bottom point at the bottom. So I'm going to do one more, I believe, and then we're going to put that aside and let it rise. And I let it rise. So I did this in the morning and we came back around 3 o'clock. So it was pretty much most of the day. It was very fluffy when I came back. It was almost like busting out of its container. So also, if it does bust out of the container, the oil will help to make it so it doesn't get and the pizza making process is I put rice flour down on the bench and then I kind of flip it over a little bit. I try not to push it down too much because I really do like the bubbles. And then I kind of open it up, lift it, open it, trying to make it into a little bit of a circle. Some people use rolling stuff, but I find it's just easier to just kind of open it. I put flour on my device that's going to put it into the oven so it doesn't stick. I also like to kind of jiggle it and make sure that it isn't stuck anywhere before I start putting my toppings on so it doesn't get stuck and make a huge mess, because I have done that many times. So that is quite common. The most important thing, as soon as it goes onto the thing that puts it in the oven doodaddy, just make sure you're very quick. You have all of your toppings ready to go so you can just throw them on very quickly and throw it into the oven. This allows you not to stick. Sticking is the worst and you don't want that in your life. So kind of open it up. This is the little jiggle that I talk about. It's not stuck anywhere. You can see it if it's stuck. It'll like hold in that one spot, and you just throw some flour under there, some rice flour, and that will help it not stick. So here we are putting the tomato sauce on. I just used a canned tomato sauce today. It's one from Italy and it was really, really good. You can crush up tomatoes. Also, if you want to see one that I do use and make, just post below and I can do a video for that too. Very easy, like basil, tomatoes. I just used some cheese here and a little bit of Parmesan. The guys are pretty easygoing with that. They don't really like too many toppings. So just make sure it's all over the pizza. And into the oven. Just kind of shake it onto the slab. And this is our final product. So good. It was really good. So, as always, if you liked this content, please like and subscribe and share it with a friend that would love this pizza. Pretty much anyone in the right mind would love this pizza. So have a great day.